Welcome back, everyone, to a new chair in a new series here on The Other Bourbon. My name is Jerry Schmidt, and you may or may not know that I am a born and raised Minnesotan. So welcome to Minnesota Monday. And we've got quite the spirit scene happening here.
So what we're gonna do is take a break from the big brands for a while and explore some whiskeys made right here in my home state.
Now I get it. These aren't going to be available in most places, but if you're in Minnesota or you plan to be, and if you're looking to pick something up while you're here, then hopefully this series helps you out.
And if nothing else, you get to learn a little about what's going on in Minnesota.
So let's start with the basics. What's up with Minnesota liquor laws? They've gotten better the past couple years, especially with legalizing Sunday sales and some of the brewery and taproom laws.
But distilleries here still have a couple challenges, and those are that they can only sell 1,375 per customer per day, and they cannot operate a cocktail room if their operation exceeds 40,000 proof gallons per year.
Yes, I often reflect on Sven, the victim of the cocktail room operated by a distillery that was producing 50,000 gallons. Hopefully such tragedies never happen again.
This has actually led to distilleries like Tattersall moving new operations out of state to our alcohol-friendly neighbors to the east, Wisconsin.
But like I said, progress has been made and there are plenty of advocates still fighting the good fight.
And according to MinnesotaDistillery.com, there are 38 active distilleries in the state today.
38 distilleries and one bottle per Minnesota Monday episode? Well, we've got a long way to go, so let's get started. But I gotta call out a quick disclaimer that we're gonna be exploring all whiskeys, not just bourbon. We've got wheaters, we've got ryes, multi-grains, single barrels, small batches, hopefully anything we can think of. And we won't do one brand at a time like our normal series, we'll change it up episode to episode.
And for our first Minnesota Monday, we're gonna head all the way over to the other side of the Twin Cities, to Waconia, Minnesota. Let's check out... Now, I've not had the pleasure of visiting J. Carver as I live on the very east side of the state, but the name, like many distilleries here, come from Carver County, named after Jonathan Carver, a pioneer and map maker who was part of the expedition in 1766 that made it to the Minnesota River. So that's pretty cool.
And first up from J. Carver, there's straight wheat whiskey. Now, we haven't talked about wheated whiskey before, and we haven't talked about straight whiskey either. So the basics are:
wheat whiskeys use wheat as a forward grain or a main ingredient, and straight basically means it's made of at least 51% of the main ingredient, like bourbon whiskey or wheated whiskey.
So a straight wheated whiskey is a combination of both. And for a really good explanation about straight whiskeys, head on over to With or Without Whiskey. Ryan there, he's got a new channel as well, and he does a great job going through the glossary of whiskey vocabulary. He's been a great supporter of The Other Bourbon, so please go check out his channel. So yes, it's $45, but keep in mind it's a craft distillery, and they operate a cocktail room, so by Minnesota law, they have to produce less than 40,000 gallons a year. But, and as an added bonus, it has a
On the nose, almost immediately, I pick up a Speyside Scotch. It's got malt behind it, but also, you can tell it's a wheater. And the taste? Basically the same thing, very straightforward with the malt note and the wheat. But it's definitely a unique flavor, so I would recommend at least trying it once.
And yes, there's even a level up. As an added bonus, you can even get this as a store pick, and it's not even hard to find.
I keep notifications on for some local stores, and if something pops, I'll try to get there and snag one.
I'm going to repeat myself, this is a craft distillery. So when it comes to price, the economies of scale just aren't there. So all that said, I'm going to score this a 3. I'm happy to have this bottle. It's cool to have in the collection. It's cool to support a Minnesota distillery and a Minnesota store. but it's just not necessarily on my must-buy again list. Well, since it's the first Minnesota Monday, there's really no rank to be had. But I'm really looking forward to this series and showcasing what Minnesota spirits have to offer.
Have you had J. Carver Straight Wheat? What did you think? Make sure to leave your comment below.
Thanks for watching, and of course, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on